in this program, I'm going to click the green flag. The car is asking if we can make a shrinking pattern. The shrinking pattern has been started, and here, if we look at the code, the car pointed in direction right, 90 degrees, and then it went to a certain position. It resets each time, so even though now it's moved, it resets again. It clears off the lines that were there before. It starts drawing again. Asks if it can get the student to make a pattern with it. It sets its pen color and puts the pen down. Now, it starts at 300 steps across the screen. Turns 90 degrees, so if they've been doing shapes, then this will make sense. Turn 90 degrees, move 290 steps. Turn 90 degrees, move 280 steps. You could even show this to them if they've been making shapes and say, what do you think would happen? What would it look like? And if these numbers are too big, then start with smaller numbers. Start with 100 steps. We could easily change all this to moving 100 steps and turning 90 degrees. So we don't have to use really big numbers if we don't want to. We can keep it fairly straightforward for the students. I'm just going to duplicate those to save some time. Make this 90. Make this 80. So only difference is this makes it smaller. So other than that, it's a little harder for the students to see, but otherwise it should work perfectly. So if we watch the car this time, the car is still shrinking and making something smaller, and this might be better number-wise for younger students, but if they're able to do that, then we give them the opportunity with bigger numbers to create their pattern. And your students will definitely want to A, finish this pattern, but then B, they'll want to kind of start to figure out how they could make their own pattern. Like, what if the car turned 120 degrees every other time? What would that look like? The nice thing about Scratch is they can start to play with the math and find out. And it's just really not a big deal, because if it messes up, they just click the green flag and start again. You could have them guess what it would look like. Huh. Well, who would have thunk? Pretty interesting, huh? So what else could we do? So they'll quickly figure out ways of making different patterns. The other option is starting in the middle at x0, y0 and creating a growing pattern. And then give students the creativity and the creative freedom to change the color of the line as they go, to change the thickness of the line. There's just so many different attributes that could become a part of their project as they go, and they could explain all of that when they explain their pattern rule or root and how their pattern grows or shrinks.